It's a beautiful day in Gombe, and welcome to another edition of Gombe's Transformative Journey. As the world grapples with the effects of climate change and remembering the occurrence of flooding in Borno, the Northeast Movement Commission is holding a climate summit to discuss some of these major challenges that are facing people around the world, but especially the people in the Northeast region. That's going to be our focus on this episode of Gombe's Transformative Journey. So sit back and relax as we take this transformative drive together. I am Landry Adeyemi.
Sunana Awal Ismail, daga nan karamin hukumar Yamal ba garin Malam Isa. Na ji ciwo sai na zo wannan asibitin namu wanda aka bude sabuwa, da kuma idan muka wannan zamu je har wani gu, to kuma yanzu Allah ya wannan abun ne sauki ya samu. Saboda haka mun gode mai girma gwamna, mun san daga ciki akwai daga cikin kokarin shi a wannan al'amari. Ubangiji Allah ya sa ya fi haka. Mun gode.
Sunana Aliyu Muhammad Alhaji, ni ne CPMC chairman na gina wannan hospital din. Mun yi zama ba sau ɗaya ba sau biyu ba, domin sakamakon muna da dispensary, to amma har ga Allah population ɗinmu ya fi ƙarfin wannan dispensary din. Alhamdulillahi muna samun ci gaba, alhamdulillahi muna godiya ga mai girma gwamna. Duk wanda ma yake da hannu akan gina mana wannan hospital din, muna masa godiya. Allah ya sanya alkhairi. Yan Gombe rayuwa ta yi daɗi.
Maiduguri, once known as a desert town, became a floodplain for several days. Climate change is no longer a theory to be studied in books, but a clear daily reality. The Northeast Development Commission brought leaders of the 6 states in the region together to share ideas, combine resources, and reduce the impact of the rapidly changing climate. The leaders are focusing on homegrown solutions that would aid recovery and build resilience against a fast-changing environment. The managing director of the intervention agency sets the ball rolling with a clear agenda backed by the chairman of the commission's board.
In the course of this event, we'll hear from thought leaders, academics, experts, and equally engaged in enriching discussions toward developing actionable strategies to tackle the challenges facing us. Our objectives are clear. 1, to increase awareness about the impact of our natural assets, strengthening climate resilience, identifying gaps associated with policy and governance, and most importantly, set a direction for a coordinated response to these environmental challenges. And the NEDC will remain committed to fostering sustainable development in line with the Northeast Stabilization and Development Master Plan, which ensure that climate action is central to our program. The protected environment pillar of the Master Plan is a testament to our vision of creating a region where both people and nature.
The theme of our summit, setting the course for sustained climate action in the Northeast, encapsulates the urgency and importance of our gathering. As we convene here in the beautiful city of Gombe, we are actively aware of the multifaceted challenges that climate change poses to our region, from desertification and water scarcity to biodiversity loss and climate-induced displacement. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, permit me to inform you that the high point of our participation at COP28, otherwise United Nations Climate Change Conference in Dubai, last year, which I was privileged to attend, did not only enforce the global nature of these changes, but also highlighted the unique vulnerability of our region. The recent devastating flood in Borno State and other parts of the country serve as a stark reminder of the immediate tangible impacts of climate change on our communities. However, we at the Northeast Development Commission believe firmly that within these challenges lie opportunities. Opportunities for innovation, sustainable development, regional cooperation. The Northeast Stabilization and Development Master Plan provides us with a robust framework to address these issues, particularly through its protected environment pillar. Our delegates and participants to Northeast Commission Summit 24 is not just a summit, it is also a clarion call to action.
It's coming from Yobe State.
The various chief executives of the 6 states of the region have different approaches to the challenge of climate change, yet they are united in their collective commitment to protecting their people and their environment from the adverse effects of the global phenomenon.
Climate change is one of the most significant challenges of our time. Its impacts have been felt across the globe. However, here in the northeastern region, we face unique vulnerabilities that demand targeted and innovative solutions. The harsh realities of climate change, such as erratic weather patterns, desertification, and diminished water resources require a concerted and proactive response. The Northeast Stabilization and Development Master Plan is a testament to the Commission's commitment to addressing these challenges head-on. This comprehensive plan is not just a strategic document, but a blueprint for action that integrates environmental protection with the sustainable development. By focusing on climate resilience, resource management, and community engagement, the master plan will help in safeguarding our environment and ensuring our economic development.
Agriculture is so important that about 80% of the population in Gombe are engaged in it. It is the lowest lying fruit that can be picked by the population because they will not learn a new skill, but just new methods. The farmers need to just learn, comprehend, adapt, listen to lectures like this, and they are on with farming. It will save them the calamity of learning a new trade. We are engaging agriculture, but challenges were foreseen based on reports by concerned bodies, international bodies, and everything about climate as it is witnessed in various world conferences. Having taken a critical look at the environment, with the dwindling rainfall, the early withdrawal of rains, the fast-flying traveling diversification and deforestation, the government came up with a program, Triple G, which is Gombe Goes Green. It aims at planting 1 million trees each year of the administration. Woodlands have been created in each of the 11 local government areas with the support of AgriSAT, NUMA, and other interested individuals. The state has since surpassed the target, yet we are still planting. Plans are on to involve NYC members in the scheme by requesting each corps member to plant a tree in the 1 year he is doing his service in Gombe. Forest rangers were employed to monitor the cutting of trees and ensure the planting of trees in its replacement. Our efforts towards addressing the issue of climatic change and the state, the second position after Lagos in the climatic governance performance rating and ranking of Nigeria 36 states on the 25th of July 2014. Of course, the assessment was on climate institutions and governance, climate policy and action, climate projects and implementation, and climate online visibility. Based on our performance in trying to mitigate the effects of climatic change, Gombe State appreciates the choice by NEDC of Gombe State out of the 6 that have equal chances of being chosen. All those who know Gombe know too well that this event is germane, is apt, is necessary, and indeed inevitable, and highly appreciated, since the planting of trees around the office here in Gombe is a partnership in the Gombe Goes Green program. By now, if there are any doubting Thomases on the issue of climatic change, events and happenings in our environment or research, where we witness magic selective rainfalls, and the close witnessing floods where it never occurred, I think those doubts must have been cleared.
The governor of Yobe State, represented by his deputy, had fire in his bones, and his passion was obvious. He charged all present, especially policymakers, to prioritize the future over temporary gain.
This topic of climate change, it comes at the right time, where we have been bedeviled by the consequences of climate change. Our dear state lost thousands of lives within a blink of eyes. In the night we were sleeping, the water flooded by the wind. For the past 30 years we have never seen that. I think the consequence of climate change is really affecting us, and this is the right time to discuss ways to avoid future occurrences. But what I believe with the eminent scholars I saw in the program, that we should not leave what we have been told here to the archives. This is the major problem with Nigerians. We have good policies, good planning, but we kept those documents in the archive. I don't know whether we are thinking the future generations will come and use that. It's not possible. Therefore, stand up to ensure that when we arrive at the community are being fully implemented. The way we find ourselves in this country, gentlemen, nobody from other countries that will come serve Nigeria. It's we. And I do used to call that my age, I'm now 64, from 50 to 70, I'm sorry to say, we are the failures of this country. My reasons are, I came from a village, a rural village. I was put to read, and this is where I am now. So what I'm saying here is that our forefathers have taught us discipline, integrity, accept the will of ourselves. That is, when they fought for the independence country, no religion was mentioned there. No geopolitical inclinations was mentioned there. They came together and fought for independence and gave us a very foundation of education, like we from the rural areas, sons of nobody. Unfortunately, there was a gap linking to we and the younger ones. Shekaru masu zuwa sai yaran musulunci shekaru sun ce mana Allah ya isa. We are saying Sadona, Tawayewa, Akintola, Zik, they have done very well. Why can't we do the same for our future generations to emulate? So I pray and wish that we should change our behaviors for the benefit of Nigerians in the future.
Vice President Kashim Shettima rules out some of the efforts of the federal government to stem the rate and impact of climate change. The increased funding of the Great Green Wall Initiative and the commitment to reducing the emission of greenhouse gases are a few.
National climate change policy, therefore climate action swaps, and our ambitious renewable energy targets are concrete actions we have taken to accelerate our transition towards a low-carbon economy. We understand that the path to net zero emissions is neither easy nor straightforward, but with these frameworks, we have shown that we are serious about leading the fight. Our commitment to the Great Green Wall project is another essential part of our climate action strategy as we work to combat desertification and restore degraded land. This initiative complements the premises or the promise we have made at successive editions of the Conference of the Parties COP, the supreme decision-making body of the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. These commitments, backed by actions, reflect our resolve to protect future generations from the devastating impacts of climate change. Nigeria's 2024 flood outlook is yet another reminder of why climate change cannot be taken lightly. Our experts, specialists, and policymakers have worked tirelessly to develop comprehensive contingency plans and proactive measures to mitigate the impacts of flooding across the country. However, even with these preparations, we have faced floods that far exceeded our projections. This only reinforces the need to explore solutions such as those discussed at this summit for lasting and effective climate action.
Experts and participants shared their views on the implementation of the recommendations and resolutions of the NEDC Climate Summit.
A few decades past, we would say climate change is issuing warning shots. These are no longer warning shots. We are living with the realities of the devastations caused by climate change. So what we should do is exactly part of what we are doing right now, which is to create awareness and then to ensure that we educate the rural populace and that we educate our children from primaries 1 to 6, or we talk about primary school, secondary school, tertiary, as is provided for in Section 26 of the Act, that in the curriculum, it should cut across, and take all these people so that awareness, we begin to have it early, instead of people doing or participating in actions that create challenges for us without knowing exactly what they're doing to the environment. So this is what we should do, and begin to encourage state governments to come up with their own climate change governance, so that it's not talking at the level of the act or at the level of the federal government alone, because it is at the grassroots that these problems come. It is at the grassroots that damages are done. It is at the grassroots that people go and fell trees without replanting. It is at the grassroots that people engage in illegal mining and all that. So there's need to carry everyone along, and that's why we talk about the sub-national, and this is contained in the Act. Because if you go to the sections of the Act, Section 5 of the Act, that lists the ministries, departments, and agencies, you would find that we also included the chairman of the Governors Forum to be on the National Council on Climate Change, to be chaired by Mr. President.
Leaders of the 6 states of the Northeast region, experts and officials of the Northeast Development Commission have been deliberating, profiling solutions to the challenges of climate change in the region. That's our offering on this episode of Gombe's Transformative Journey. Do join us again same time next week for another episode. But if you miss any of our episodes, you can watch it again on our social media platforms. I am Landry Adeyemi.